Welcome back to All Things Plastics, where we dive deep into all things beauty, transformation, and confidence. Today, we have a guest who truly embodies the glow up journey. Someone who has fearlessly shared her story, faced the internet head on, and continues to inspire thousands with her transparency. Joining us today is Emily, a Toronto-based glow up guru and content creator who has taken social media by storm. From weight loss to a series of aesthetic procedures, including facial fat grafting, a mid-face lift, rhinoplasty, and more, she's been completely open about her journey to becoming the best version of herself. With over 8 million views on a single viral video, Emily has sparked conversations about plastic surgery, self-love, and the aging prevention, all while handling criticism with grace and humor. Today, we're getting the inside scoop of her transformation, the real story behind going viral, and what it really takes to own your glow up. Emily, welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to talk with you guys today and just get into the details of, how this can help change people's lives and just make people feel better about themselves, and just to kind of debunk the whole bad
everything.
It sounds like a bad rap,
Yes. And my, All Things Plastics are my For You page is literally, plastic surgery, aesthetics. And you came across my For You page and I was like, oh my gosh, I was so intrigued. And with your brand and everything, which we're really going to dive into, and getting a mini facelift at 28 years old.
Yeah, honestly, that is what shocks people the most. Getting it's called a mid facelift, and
yes,
it's lifting the cheek and eye area because it's really in the middle of your face.
Yeah,
and I feel like everyone just thinks that's a traditional facelift when it's not leaving that big scar, and it's not really about getting the jowls area at all. But it definitely is like a shocker, and that's what helped the virality aspect of that post for sure.
As a plastic surgery nurse, I'm like 28 years old. I was like, and it's so funny. 2 podcasts ago, I was talking with one of our the people that we interviewed, and I was like, we were just mentioning something else, and I'm like, we're the same age. I'm like, what is she lifting? But it's so crazy to see. It's not really a facelift, like you said, and we'll definitely get into that and let the girls know. But I want to start off with your background. Can you tell us a little about yourself and how you became a content creator and this glow up guru?
Yeah, so I grew up in Canada, and I always grew up playing sports, and I felt really great about myself. I always felt beautiful and fit. And then I went away to university, and I started partying, drinking, and not exercising, and
I feel you
completely. And I didn't recognize myself anymore. And so I call it cosmetic surgery redemption. And
I love that.
Yeah, and so, throughout my early 20s, I also struggled with an eating disorder, as many girls that age do, and even girls our age today. So I've gone about this the right way this time, and we'll talk about the details more in the show, but just doing weight loss the right way, the healthy way, and then, of course, the cosmetic procedures, just helped give me a leg up.
Yeah, and you are still living in Toronto, correct?
Yeah. I was living in Dallas, Texas for 2 years, traveling, going back there. And then now I'm back in Toronto, and I'm here for the next little while.
Awesome. I've never been to Toronto.
It's okay.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired, I know you touched base on it, what inspired your glow up journey, and how has it shaped who you are today?
Yeah, I love this question, and I thought about this one actually. So what had inspired my glow up journey was when I was in the depths of my party girl era. I was traveling, going to St. Barth, St. Martin, Dubai, Paris, all these nice hubs of the world. And guess who goes there? Literally, you see the hottest girls when you go on these vacations.
Yes, skinny queens too.
Yes, they pull up. You're on the beach, and these girls pull up in the yacht. Well, not in the yacht. They come off of their little boat from the yacht. But you see them pull up to the shore, and you're like, who is that? And you just admire them.
Yeah.
If you're in your healed feminine. If you're not in your healed feminine, you're probably trying to judge them. But
I love that. The fact that you're...
I
love that.
Yeah, yes. It all starts in your mind. And because I was there in that mindset, I thought, well, the universe is showing me that. That means I can have it too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So I was not in a position to afford cosmetic surgery, whatever, have the resources to.
It's so expensive. It's literally a car. Or a down payment on a home, cosmetic surgery, whatever you're looking at. Yes, it's crazy.
What I got done would cost you $100,000 in America.
Easy.
Yeah, so that was really the inspiration. I think traveling to these beautiful places, seeing these beautiful women, and just knowing that I could have that too was definitely...
I love that. Now, once you started your glow up journey, you did start your brand, Hot Girl Enhancements. I love it. Let's touch on that. What is your brand? What are you trying to do? What's the goal?
Well, the brand, because I'm going through a breakup, I really wanted to base the brand around, it's not just about cosmetic surgery. It's about having maybe limited resources, but still being able to be consistent in your glow up journey. Glow ups are not just around cosmetic surgery, though it really does help. I'll tell you that. It's more about your consistency and your dedication.
Yes.
Like, I have every reason right now to be in my bedroom eating a big bag of potato chips and crying my eyes out and drinking tequila to like suppress my pain.
Yeah.
But I chose not to do that. So I've totally eliminated alcohol. I go for daily movement every single day, which could even just be a 15 or 20-minute walk. And yeah, just doing little things like I go and get my lip filler just to make myself feel a little bit more put together, get my nails done. All of these things are consistency. And you have to be a little bit dedicated to it, like your skincare routine. But
You have to be consistent in every aspect of your life, everything, no matter what. And I love that your brand is making that more aware to all the girls, everyone out there. It's very important.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have I know filler and Botox can be expensive and all of that stuff, but it doesn't even have to be that. You could just be as simple as doing your skincare routine twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, and you'll see such an improvement from that.
As easy as drinking water, increasing your water intake, increasing your steps, going outside and getting a free tan instead of self-tanning, taking your multivitamins.
Your supplements. I was just talking about this today, making a video about taking your supplements. My magnesium supplement is just to help me sleep, but I swear to you, this is such a glow up hack.
I have a question about magnesium. Obviously, I'm a nurse, but I used to take in nursing school melatonin, and I don't want to get hooked on melatonin, because then it's harder for you to sleep on your own. So obviously I found out about magnesium. So I bought the magnesium spray and I was spraying it at the base of my feet. And then, there's this spray or oil that you put on the base of your sleep before you go to bed, and it's supposed to absorb it, help you sleep better. That thing made my foot pill. Both of my feet were my skin was peeling off. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Oh my God, it was
and I was like, I'm not doing this. But then it's Kourtney Kardashian came out with Let Me Sleep, and it was magnesium and all this. And I'm like, but I don't want to be so codependent on magnesium where I need it to fall asleep. So I haven't taken it.
Okay, so that's so interesting because I totally hear you with the what was the other melatonin?
Melatonin.
I had taken melatonin in the past, and you do get addicted to it, and
Yeah.
I'm not really addicted, but you're
you can't sleep. It's harder to fall asleep every time if you're popping melatonin every night.
And you have to take an extra one, and then and that's not enough. So you got to take another one, and then you're waking up in the middle of the night, and you're like, why
groggy.
Totally.
Or you wake up in the morning. Yeah, your body gets so used to it.
And for me, I've been taking the magnesium glycinate. So there's tons of magnesiums. There's 6 different types of magnesiums. And I'm specifically taking the magnesium glycinate. It's a dropper, and I take it sublingually under my tongue.
Okay.
Guys, this hack is amazing. You can not take it sublingually, and it'll hit you in 45 minutes. But if you take it sublingually, that stuff hits you in 5 minutes, and you just sleep like a baby. And it's a vitamin. So many people are deficient in magnesium.
Yes.
It's not like you're relying on magnesium. I've never felt like I'm relying on it.
There was a deficit, but yeah. Well, I am going to try that little trick, the little hack. I've been curious about it. So you just convinced me. You just influenced me.
Yes. I'm obsessed. My influence voice.
But like you were saying, it is so easy just eating right, watching your caloric intake, watching the processed foods you put into your body, doing your skincare. You don't need thousands of dollars. Yes, money helps because maybe you can buy a better skincare brand. Maybe you can buy a better protein supplement. But there are adjustments you can make without thousands of dollars just to start off.
Yeah, getting back to basics. The core of Hot Girl Enhancements is just being consistent with your workout routine and your portion control, because realistically eliminating alcohol as well. Had I not gone into that deep dark party stage, maybe I wouldn't feel like I needed my cosmetic surgery redemption like I did to get back to a look that I'm really, really happy with. And also want to plug in that I'm not chasing, I'm not thinking what's next, what surgery do I need next. I'm actually really content with how I look right now, and I'm not chasing another procedure, which so many people think that you're chasing, what's your next procedure that you're chasing?
Yes.
Mental illness, and that is a real thing for people, but there's people that are not like that, and it doesn't mean that just because you get cosmetic surgery.
Some people can get one rhinoplasty or one breast dog, and they're content. They're like, that's all I wanted to tweak, and we're good to go.
Totally.
I love that. I love that you touched on that. Now, you've been open about your weight loss transformation. What was the journey like for you, and how did it influence your aesthetic procedure? So once you lost the weight, were you like, okay, my weight's gone, I'm going to go get X, Y, and Z?
Holy, great question.
Tell us about your weight loss journey first. How long it took you, how much you lost.
Yeah, I think first of all, I have fluctuated. Like, I have lost the same 20 pounds in my 20s, like 5 different times. I'm not even exaggerating. And throughout my early 20s, it was unhealthy eating disorder, like just trying to, like, not eating enough. And that was the worst decision for the girls out there listening to that who struggle with an eating disorder. I just want to let you guys know that I actually developed an ovarian cyst shortly after my eating disorder. It was the size of a golf ball. And that is no joke. Your hormones are completely disrupted. That is your body is screaming for help for you. So you need to nourish your body. And we talk a lot about portion control. So if that's something that you want to, look healthy and you want to be skinny, but there's a right way to do it. So just be mindful.
Definitely. Yeah. And how much did you lose and how long did it take you to lose that?
Yes, right. So with the weight loss, I lost and I gained and I lost again. But I want to say, actually, I got my cosmetic procedure, like I was still a little chubby. I had lost it after. And I have to say, to go off of your question, it actually really inspired me to be even better.
I was going to say, did you get it? And you were like, okay, we're working now. And now I'm going to really lose this 10, 15 pounds. It inspired you. Okay.
100%. Yeah, it did.
That's so awesome.
Like, I'm going to go get my nose done now and it's going to inspire me.
No. I mean, honestly, it is 50-50 with most people. Most people lose the weight and then they're like, okay, they hit the floor running. Some people are like, all right, let me try this out first and then let's see. And it inspires them and then they hit the ground running. So
I think it's trying to optimize here. We're just optimizing and capitalizing on all the changes.
Definitely. Now, to get into your plastic surgery and you being so transparent on social media, you have shown everybody that you've undergone multiple cosmetic procedures. And what made you decide to share it online? And did you think that it would go everywhere? Over 8.1 million views on one single reel on Instagram. That is wild.
Oh my goodness.
And wait, to touch, you weren't even like a big beauty like guru or influencer. Like you were just posting, and that one video took off. That is crazy.
It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Did I think it was okay? The video is pretty graphic. I'm completely bruised, so I had a hunch that it would go viral. I just didn't think it would go that viral. There was like one video. It's like 8 million views, and in total that month, my Instagram Insights was telling me I had 22 million views.
Oh my goodness. And were you hesitant about posting that video, or you were like, no, I'm going to post it. I'm going to be transparent and move on. Or were you kind of iffy about it?
I wanted to change the norm and change the paradigm online. Like, we are so consumed with seeing Instagram models and being like, why do they look like that? And a lot of the times it's because they had all the procedures that I had done. We just don't know a lot about it. And so many people laugh at me online and say, this is not a glow up secret, when in reality it is a glow up secret. A lot of people don't know. This is not common knowledge, and just trying to share it with everyone to have their, everything normalized a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And when you were we'll go over what you got done. Was that your first time getting plastic surgery? No?
It wasn't. I had neck liposuction and facial fat grafting like 2 years before that.
Okay.
And that was like the first thing I had done. My jaw.
Okay, that was
like super snatched.
And it is snatched, girl. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so you got the chin and neck lipo, and then what did you move on? 2 years later, you went and got other cosmetic procedures. Take us on that journey and what you got done.
So I went to Turkey and I got 6 procedures at once. Let's start from the top down.
She said 6 procedures at once. But to be fair, when we are touching the face, we do a lot. We do blephs, we do rhinos, we do lips, we do lipo, we do a bunch of things. So it's honestly not that much when you're messing with your face.
And I want to be more clear too. Like, for one, I was going under general anesthetic, and that's no joke. So if I'm gonna go under, I might want to do, everything at once, just to get it out of the way.
One and done.
And then also, like what you mentioned, with my upper blepharoplasty and my lip lift, they only took out a few millimeters. Like, this was 11 millimeter difference that they took out. So minimal, but it definitely made a difference. But it's not like a crazy like reconstructive surgery.
So starting from top to bottom, name off your 6 procedures that you got done in Turkey.
Yes, so temporal lift, upper blepharoplasty, mid facelift, rhinoplasty, buccal fat reduction. I don't want to say removal because it was a reduction.
Okay.
There's still some fat in there. And a lip lift as well.
Now, out of those 6, what is the 1 or 2 that have made the most impact on you that you're like, okay, I'm living for this?
Yeah, the mid facelift was definitely the cosmetic surgery redemption that I refer to. It made me look like I was 18 again. Like, I obviously look a little older now, but I don't know, I just feel like the eyes area, just the shape of it made me feel like my younger self again. And this is so not talked about enough, but the upper blepharoplasty was my second favorite, I think.
I know. Yes, blefs are so good. I love them.
Like I was just going in to do it because like I have big eyes and a little bit of extra skin there, and I was like, okay, whatever, like we'll just make it more symmetrical, make my
Uh-huh.
face more symmetrical. And after I was like, oh my god, I think that was one of my favorite things that I did. Like
Yeah.
so undermined, you know.
Now, when you went, okay, Turkey, that, and you are from the States, right? Or where were you
I'm from
born?
Toronto. I'm from
Okay,
Canada.
you're from
Yeah,
Canada,
I
and
am.
you went to Turkey. How did you find this doctor in Turkey, and were you shitting yourself flying over there, scared?
Oh my god. So, you know, I did so much research and I looked on Google reviews and he had 5 stars. So I was like, okay, this guy looks good. And then I looked on his Instagram and I saw this girl and I was like, oh my god, she kind of looks like me. Like she had like the big eyes, you know?
Uh
That I
huh.
have. And I'm like, maybe that would be like a similar result. And I thought her results were amazing. So I did the consult and he was very like, you know, you can't really get to know someone that much over like a video call sometimes. It's
Mm-hmm.
like hard to. But I just like kind of bit the bullet. I was reading reviews online and I saw all the before and afters. I'm like, okay, like this guy's really good. But when I got there, I felt like I won the cosmetic surgeon lottery.
Really?
Oh my god, he was
Because
so amazing. Yeah.
Turkey can go one or two ways, and sometimes
Yeah.
it goes left.
First of all, the clinic that they have is so beautiful. It's right next door to like it's in the same street as the Chanel store in Istanbul, like the really nice bougie
Okay, it's like
area.
the rodeo of
Yeah,
Turkey.
yeah, and you go inside and you go up the stairs, and it's a beautiful modern clinic. It's so well done, and it just makes you feel like, okay,
That's
this
good.
place you can take a breath, you know. And Dr. Yazgan is the doctor,
Hmm.
and his clinic is called Renee Clinic. And honestly, I can't say like good enough things about them because even like Eileen, the girl who does like the coordination and everything, she
Patient
was
care
so
coordinator. Uh
yeah,
huh.
she was so understanding and kind, and even leading up to the surgery, like right before the surgery, it was just me and Dr. Yazgan, and he goes, "I could tell you're nervous," and I said, "I really am so freaking nervous." He's like calming me down. He literally grabbed my hand and he said, "You have nothing to be nervous about. I'm going to make sure you're taken care of as if you were my sister." And feeling his genuine, like just he was just being genuine, and I could
Oh,
feel that.
I'm so happy for you. Good.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Now, when you did your consult, was that the only consult that you did with a plastic surgeon? Just one?
Oh my god, it sounds crazy, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
Now,
just saw him.
you just saw him and you were like sold.
Yeah, yeah, because I
Okay.
liked the result from the Instagram. I was like, oh, I'm doing that.
Now, when you told him that you were 28 and you wanted a mid facelift, was he like kind of taken back or was he kind of like, you don't need it or was he all for it?
He was all for it. Actually, he told me like even girls in their mid 20s were doing it. 24-year-olds were doing it.
No.
Yes, yes.
I personally have never had a 24-year-old patient come in for lipo BBL. Yeah, but for a
Yeah.
facelift, never.
And you know, it's actually a deep plane mid facelift. And
Yes, so
so
it's right
they're
in.
they're grabbing
Mhm.
this area and lifting it. It's not like the big facelifts
So,
where they do like the scarf and all the
or
way
down
from
here, yeah.
yeah,
So
it's
it's
not
kind of
that.
like a more intricate, like fox eye, like
That's exactly what it is. It's
threading.
totally that. If
It's
they
like
wanted
that.
to have, and I asked him to do it conservatively, and he did do it conservatively. You could go a lot more, but because I had round, big eyes, it
Hmm.
would look a little bit weird if I did that.
Yeah, so you just wanted that snatched, like,
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Now, who did you go to Turkey with to help you
Oh
recover?
my
Like, tell us
gosh.
about the
Oh
recovery
yeah.
process,
Oh my
where,
goodness.
how, all of that.
I'm so lucky I was with my partner at the time. He came and he took care of me and helped me because, oh my goodness, when people are telling me that they're going to go have this procedure, I say, well, make sure you bring someone with you because I needed help to even go to the bathroom. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you are so, for one, you're so swollen that you can't even open your eyes the
Yes.
first day or two. So,
Yes.
so yeah, I had help taking care of me. Yeah, he definitely did the most for me at that point. I am grateful for that for sure.
And when you recovered, how long did you stay in Turkey for before you came back to the
Oh,
States?
oh my god, I have a story for you.
Tell us.
Okay, this is the best. So, with so yeah, day three, first 3 days were most swollen, alien head, like couldn't see,
Mm-hmm.
worst swelling of my life. I left Turkey on the 8th day because I got my cast off on day three or no, I got my cast off on day 7, I think it was, and
Okay.
then left day 8 or 9. We fly to. I went to Jordan. I went to the desert, girl.
To
This
do
was the best.
what?
I was just gonna travel.
No,
So,
you are not 8 days post-op and you decide to not take your butt home. You decided to go somewhere else?
yeah, I really don't recommend doing this because for one, also no one told me that you're gonna be so like susceptible to allergies. Seasonal allergies were
Oh
horrendous.
my gosh.
And guess where I went to? I went to Petra, one of the seven wonders of the world, and I saw Wadi Rum, and I'm in the desert, like just swollen and like blow it, like it's just terrible. Like you can't
Oh
even blow
my
your nose,
goodness.
right?
No,
So
you
you're
can't.
like dripping and eyes are running. Like
Oh my
it was crazy.
goodness.
Not even Claritin could help me. Like it was
No,
it was so
that
bad.
is
So
wild.
yeah, that happened. Then I went to like Paris, and I was traveling for like a few months after that, and
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. You're
it was quite the event.
that is. We do not recommend that.
No.
At least take your butt home for like a month to
Yeah,
like
I should have gone home.
yeah. And then went on your adventures.
Yeah. And then I would have looked a lot better too. I was swollen. So.
And what do you think was the most painful? The bleph or which part or the rhino?
Oh my god, that's so easy to answer. The mid facelift.
That one.
Like, I think the rhinoplasty was fine. It's hard to say because they were all coupled together, but I can tell you, like, I was just applying my cream to my upper bleph and my scars,
Good.
and the worst part was like the first 3 days of that mid facelift. It's no joke.
And what
Seriously.
does it feel like?
Well, it's a
Just
whole
like
mix of
tension
things.
or headache
Yeah,
or anything?
you've got a wrap on your head and you're swollen, tension, pounding headache. You you don't want to eat anything because you're taking, your medication. And
Mm-hmm.
the medication, I was taking tramadol, which is a European drug, I think.
Tramadol?
And tramadol, do you guys have it in America
We have
too?
yeah, we prescribe
You
it.
do. I
Yeah.
hated it. I
Oh,
hated it. It was like hallucinating. I was having
oh, well,
terrible
sometimes some different
hallucinations.
level of narcotics can cause some, yeah, some
Yeah, I
hallucinations.
wasn't hallucinating that bad, but I know someone else who was hallucinating very bad.
Yeah,
And
so it doesn't
yeah,
sit right with some people, especially like if you're
really.
not drinking, if you're not,
Yeah.
you don't do any other types of smoking or any of that, the narcotics,
Yeah.
they hit you harder than others. Yeah.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people, older people, they don't really drink if they don't have a history of smoking and they take any narcotics or opioids. Sometimes it can cause visual hallucinations and it really scares them. So
Oh,
I see it a lot in a lot of older females, but yeah.
really? Yeah, it is really
Hmm.
scary. Like, even just closing your eyes, like you could like when you like close your eyes too much and you see like
Yeah. The
it
little
was like that.
static. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Man. Now, a lot of people struggle with the decision to get plastic surgery due to the stigma. What advice would you give someone if they're on the fence of getting plastic surgery?
Yeah, my first advice would be definitely seek out a board certified plastic surgeon. Gotta be so careful, especially with the guy
Girl.
you're talking about in Turkey. Like that's why I said I
Yes.
felt like I won the lottery finding that guy because I heard horror stories too.
Mm-hmm.
But what would I say to someone on the fence of it? If it's something you've been thinking about for a while and you found a board certified plastic surgeon, you shouldn't be asking anyone else but yourself. You know?
I love that.
Yeah,
Especially don't ask anyone if you would not trade lives with them. I always go by that.
totally.
Like, would
Yeah.
you if you would not want to trade lives with this person and be in their shoes, why are you asking them their opinion on what you should do?
Yes, exactly. And you know what? Also, maybe they don't want you to be the best version of yourself.
That too, there's some secret haters out there
It's
for
true.
sure.
It's true. So do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Now, did you tell any of your family or any friends or anyone that you were getting this done, or did you just run off to Turkey and get the procedures?
Yes, a little bit of both. Like, oh my god. For one, I think I told my mom that I was getting a rhinoplasty only.
Oh, oh
And
my gosh.
I didn't tell like my friends like the day that I was getting it just because like I'm a little like I just want to like not have people knowing I'm going under. It's a weird
Yeah.
thing I had in my head. I just didn't want them to think negative
People
thoughts.
texting and bothering you, and oh my gosh, that's so scary, or oh my gosh, like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I just wanted to be like minimizing and mitigating any anxiety I had, and that was like the best way to do it for me. So I didn't really tell many people. I told my mom that I was getting a rhinoplasty like a few days before, and
Hmm.
then I told my dad after I had a rhinoplasty.
Yes.
Yeah, and now they all know everything about
Yeah.
it.
No, it's so funny because everyone who I interview and talk to, it's like, yeah, no, I didn't tell my parents or I didn't tell this person. I'm like, oh my God, we're all doing the same thing out here.
Yeah. Oh my God. You have to. You have to. Totally get it.
I know. Okay. Now, you went viral on Instagram with nearly 8 million views. Actually, you're over. I just rechecked your Instagram just to catch up before the podcast
Oh,
interview,
really?
and it's already at 8.1 million
Oh my
views.
God.
How does that still feel that it's still like it's out
It's
there,
still
girl?
going.
Like
Yeah.
people are watching your journey. How does that feel?
I think. Well, I love seeing what everyone has to say. It definitely shows a reflection of themselves. Like there's so many people who are in my DMs, and also we have to mention like if I have 60,000 likes on my video and maybe 5,000 negative comments, the 60,000 people just liked it. They liked the results. They just don't have the time to comment something.
To comment.
And then there's the negative people who are like projecting their insecurities.
Yes.
And leaving a nasty comment, and everyone's like, "Oh, the comments are so bad." Yeah, because the 60,000 people who liked it didn't leave a comment because they didn't really care to. But you, who's leaving a negative comment, wants to get it out to me so badly to prove their point.
It just shows you how unhappy they are.
Yeah, and how do I deal with it? I guess like I just sometimes I reply a little snappy comment, but usually I just look at it and I'm like, oh well, that's an interesting take. But usually I just think that they're absolutely wrong and they don't know me and they're judging me off of a 6-second video. So.
Yeah. Now, the last interview I did, she said that she would either not turn off the comments, but she would delete the nasty comments because she thought that the first impression when they saw this viral video, they clicked on the comments. The first 4 comments kind of leave an impression on the person viewing it. So if they are negative comments, that person might also be like, oh yeah, they're kind of right. Or, oh yes. So she was like, I'm deleting. It's like a snowball effect. So she's like, I would delete or block certain words from the comments because she goes, people sometimes watch the 5 seconds of your 60-second reel, automatically go to the comments, and it's like nasty comments, and then it like brainwashes the viewer.
Totally. It totally does. Actually, something so funny is today I saw a girl comment the lemur. They love leaving the lemur emoji.
I saw that and I was like, what in the actual fuck?
Did you see her comment?
No, but when I didn't look at the comments today, when I first found your page and I was doing my research and I was going through the comments and I saw this and I was like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck is this?
So get this. This is the best. And it just proves my point. She commented a lemur, okay? And so I like to look at their profile picture because like it kind of gives you a better idea. So I look at her profile picture, beautiful girl. But funny enough, her makeup routine was drawing an eyeshadow line underneath here to make it look like you have a bigger eye. You know that look that they're doing now. They're trying, like the girls are trying to put like a line here to like make it look like you have a bulgy eyeball.
But she's talking shit about you, saying you have big eyes, but she's trying to achieve the same.
Yes. And then I said to her, I called her out and I said, I just think people should be more aware. So I said, you're literally making fun of me, but you're trying to achieve this through a makeup look. And she goes, yeah, but it's just because I saw so many other people commenting it. I thought it was funny. And I said, girl, you sound like a sheep.
Literally.
So you're right. It does have a snowball effect on people.
It does. So would you? No. Yeah. Okay. You're like, I'm keeping the fucking lemur. That's a comment. That's a view.
Yeah, because I'm confident in myself. I feel beautiful. I'm not looking like, sure, I shared it, but I'm not really looking for you guys to validate me. It's fun to post it, and I love when I get great compliments for sure. But the negative comments they can say because I'm not looking for someone to confirm if I'm beautiful.
Confirm, yes, definitely. Yeah. And are any of the girlies in your DMs like blowing you up, asking you all the questions about post-op and your doctor and how much was it?
Yes, and I want to answer all of you guys, but I just don't have like the time of day to be in my DMs 24/7.
The bandwidth.
That's how long it would take me. So I've made a subscription on my Instagram now, and they can subscribe, and I'm super active in my group chat. So if they have any questions for me, they can go there, and I will answer all.
That's beautiful.
Questions. There's nothing off the table.
Yeah, because I'm sure the DMs are getting the same question. It's like I can't answer the same question 100 times.
Yeah, I can't.
I love that. The subscription, that was a really good idea.
Yeah, because I was doing one-on-one calls, and it's still like kind of like a lot to like book a call, and everyone's around the world, and it's kind of you feel the same pain as me, and so I just thought it would be easier to have a little community, and we're all on the same page, and it's just a lot of fun in there. So
now, are you open with sharing how much your procedure was in Turkey? Because that would be very interesting, even on my end. You are my first Turkey interview, so. Yes, I've had Philippines. I've had. Can I guess? Should we play a guessing game?
I want you to guess because you know how many procedures I've had, and I know you're a California girly, so you.
Yes. So in California, this would burn someone's pockets. 6 procedures: rhino bleph, mid-plane lift. In Cali, we're looking, depending on if it's a newer or older surgeon, you're definitely up probably in the $65,000 to $100,000 ballpark. Depending on if you're going with a celebrity surgeon or if you're going with a low-key surgeon. In Turkey, if I have to guess, I would want to say for 6 procedures, half of that would be 30. This is a hard guess. 25,000?
I think it's more now, but you're going to lose your mind. It was 13,000 euros.
What?
Which is kind of scary.
Wait, euros. Do the conversion for me, queen.
Oh, yeah, right. I think what? Euro and the dollar is actually really
Similar?
close right now. Yeah.
People are paying $13,000 for a breast dog in Beverly Hills, and you paid $13,000 for 6 procedures for your face. That is
And it's an amazing
wild.
job. Like,
And
it's
yes, you went to a
incredible.
board certified surgeon.
Yes.
Your results are beautiful. You had no complications.
Yeah. And he was amazing. Like,
$13,000.
my surgeon was so present for me. Like, I can't say enough good things about him. Even, like, I had, like, an anxiety attack, like, a week later, and I went to the hospital to, like, see if I was okay. I was fine. I was just in my
Wait,
in my
what?
head. Yeah.
In your head about what? Like thinking like the swelling,
Like,
or
yeah, like just like having like I don't know, my heart was doing funny things, and they checked my heart out. I was
you were
totally
having a
fine.
panic attack, babe.
Yes, I was having I should have just stayed home. I was so silly of me. Well, maybe not. It's
Oh.
always good to go to the hospital to get checked out. But my doctor, literally, it was like a holiday or something, and he was with his family on his day off, and he came to the hospital to see if I was okay.
Oh, that's very nice. Because some plastic surgeons, they collect, they cut, and they dip.
Right? And he,
Yeah.
like, I can't, like, he's like a father type. Like, he was, like, very caring about his patients. And, you know, I've heard that from other girls, too. Like, they just felt like, you know, he's very, like, very present with you. And I couldn't have been luckier to be his
Good.
patient.
He needs to pay you for some promo. Does he know how viral your video is?
I know! Dr. Yazgan, pay up! Come on!
For real. Be like,
No.
sir, do you see the almost we're over 8
know.
million now? Like,
Yeah, no, I have messaged him. I want to kind of get my boobs done, so I'm gonna, like, see if he'll...
do a little collab or do a little
Yeah.
discount or
I know, if I keep making more content for him, maybe we'll figure
yeah,
it out.
but you need to get that in writing because
he knows
your
I'm
views
doing
are up.
the work.
Yeah, your views
Yeah.
are up there right now.
Yeah, Dr. Yazgan, if you see this...
And what is your response to people who say, "Oh my God, you're too young for," like I hate when I tell like people, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have to go renew my Botox." They're like, "You're too young for that." So I can't, and that's annoying. I'm like, "Do you know what preventative Botox is?" Obviously, you don't, because look at your forehead.
Oh my god. Just
But-
looking right at you and you
but-
obviously don't know.
Yeah, but what do you say? Like, "Oh my God, you got a facelift. You're too young for that." What is your comeback?
I have the best comeback for this.
I know. I was like, you need one in your back pocket because
Because listen here. Once you're, you know, and I'm not saying it's ever any age you're beautiful. But I'm all about optimization. Okay, Hot Girl Enhancements is all about optimization. And so at the ripe age of 28, I wanted to optimize my look right now. Because really, when I'm 60, will I really want to have a facelift then and try to maybe catch a hot man and marry a hot man and be courted by a hot man at 60? No. I want to do that when I'm 30. And so being the hottest version of myself now is definitely optimal. You know what I'm saying?
no, I 100% get it. You know, I was on the opposite side of, I'm like, no one should be getting a facelift below like 40. 40 is already young. But like, I really do understand what you're saying. And it's even like when people comment and say like, "Oh, you're getting your breast done before you have kids." A girl, I ain't having kids for 10 more years and this is my prime. So I'm going to be out in a bikini looking my best. Why am I going to wait till I'm like 35, then get it when I'm 40? Like, what? We're outside right now.
Right? Like, hello, we want to be the hottest version of ourselves right now.
Yes.
So, yeah, don't, like, I would not want to wait for myself. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
they always talk about that for the buckle fat pad, too. Like, with the buckle
I
fat
feel
pad,
like-
they always say, like, you're going to be old. Like, that's going to age you. It's like, well, maybe it'll make me look super old when I'm 80, but, like, I'm 30 now, and I want to look the best version of myself now. See what I'm
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
saying? When I'm 90, I'm not really going to care all that much.
No, we're not going to be Karen girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's such old mentality still that like everyone should just wait till they're 50 to get everything done. And it's like, why are we waiting? What is the wait for? That's a quarter of our life. Like, no, it's more than a quarter.
We have one life, and you only have so much time on this earth. If you want to feel the best version of yourself, you know, that's how
Yes.
I'm living.
Definitely. And well, we touched base of like the most common misconceptions people have about plastic surgery and aging prevention, which one of them obviously is like, just wait to get things done. Wait till you have kids. Wait till you're older. Wait till this. Like, but any other misconceptions that you can think of based on the procedures that you got? Like
Oh,
anything? Like, let's say for a mid deep plane lift, like what's a misconception? Like, what if someone was like,
yeah.
you could just get threads, the PDF threads. What is it called?
Yes. PDF.
Not PDF, but I'm not like an aesthetic queen.
Yeah, and even
Yeah.
like the there's an endoscopic lift, I think.
Mhm.
And I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a whatever. I'm just a girl who got cosmetic surgery, so this is not any
Yeah.
medical advice or anything. But I think there's something called an endoscopic lift versus what I had done was the deep plane facelift, and the deep plane lasts like 10 years, and I think the
Ooh.
endoscopic. Whoa, why did it do that?
We're getting a close up on that face, baby.
Maybe we should just leave it. That was so funny. And maybe the deep plane lasts 10 years, but the endoscopic, I think it lasts like 1 year. So.
Okay, so the results are way longer.
Yeah, yeah. Like when Dr. Yaskin told me that, I was like, wait, I'm getting a deep plane facelift. I'm like, he's like, yeah, because it's gonna last you much longer. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Like I didn't know. So
Yeah. And any advice on people traveling to get a cosmetic procedure, whether it be Miami, in the States or out of the States, any, tips or advice or where to stay at? Did you stay in a hotel? Did you go to a recovery home? Do you wish you went to a recovery home?
oh, I've seen those recovery homes. They're so like they seem so zen and nice and
There are a lot of good ones. And, me and Jasmine, we worked doing private duty care. So we worked in Beverly Hills. Our boss back in the day, she rented out a floor out of a nice Beverly Hills hotel, and we would have a driver, and we would go pick up the patients after surgery, bring them back to the hotel. They would have a designated room, and we would provide 24-hour care. And there's a lot of places like that in Beverly Hills, but there are also a lot of places in Miami, Mexico, Turkey. They do cost a pretty penny, but some places are sketch, some places are really good. But were you considering a recovery home, or you were like, no, I'll be fine?
I wish I knew more going into it, I guess. Like, I would have considered that. I think it's a great idea if you know you're going to a great place. Like, I think, like, there's a lot of influencers that post about those recovery homes now that I see it. I think it's a great idea if you can find a great, reliable one. Like, yeah, you're right, there's some sketchy ones. I would just steer clear from those.
Miami and Mexico, girl, especially Miami. There's so many sketchy recovery homes there.
Really?
Horror stories, yeah.
Wow, scary.
But you did it.
Research.
But most surgeons, they say if you're young, if you're healthy, you don't need a nurse to care after you for 24 hours. But it's not even more of the health concerns. It's more of the, you're blind. How are you getting to the bathroom? You're blind. How are you keeping track of the meds and narcotics you're taking? Are you getting your fluids? Are you getting up and walking every 2 hours? Like your basic ADLs, like, are they being achieved or not? So it's like sometimes, yeah, everyone's young and you might not have any health complications, but like just helping you the first 24 to 48 hours, just doing the basics.
Like, I don't ever feel sorry for myself. I'm not that kind of person, but I felt effing sorry for myself. Like, oh my God. So those things sometimes are necessary, you know? Luckily, I had my partner at the time there with me to help me because he literally helped me go to the bathroom, walk around, shower. Like, you know, if you do that on your own, like, I would never, ever suggest doing that on your own. People are crazy. But with, we ended up getting like an Airbnb and stuff. But
okay, you did an Airbnb, not a hotel.
Yeah, we did. We did the Airbnb and I think a hotel would probably be a little bit better for a stay like that because you know you have your concierge. If you want to order some food, it's a little bit easier. But when you're Airbnb, you're kind of on your own, right?
Yeah. And how are you doing? How many weeks or months or years post-op are you?
Yeah, I am. End of May will be 2 years post-op.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 years.
I have some interesting thing I heard about healing with the rhinoplasty. And I don't know how true this is, but I've heard it online from like some cosmetic surgeon. And they say 75% is healed by the first year, but 4 years for your full nose to heal.
I've heard it is any procedure, mind you, our external might be healed, but our internal takes a while to heal. But I do hear that the rhinoplasty, like your final results are not a year, 2 to 4 years out post-op.
Oh my God.
I know, just because rhinos are tricky in that sense.
It's like apparently like the tip is the last thing to heal, and I'm really happy with my result.
You're like, I hope it doesn't change. Your rhino looks great.
It's so great.
Yes.
I asked for a straight nose with a little button.
And you got it, girl.
I got it.
Well, I thought I lost you really quick. But so you're 2 years post-op, and what are you doing to maintain your results? Are you doing red light therapy? Are you wearing your sunscreen? Are you what are you doing to ensure that everything stays the way it is or even better?
Yeah, like Optimization Nation here at Hot Girl
Yes.
Enhancements. So that's what it's about. I'm doing everything that you just listed. So I do red light therapy. I love it. I think, it's so funny to me. Like I'll do it when I'm doing my makeup, and it keeps you warm in the bathroom too.
Do you have like the little like mirror red light therapy thing, or do you have the actual face, or what do you have?
I would love the face one.
I know.
I actually have like this little lamp that I just turn on. It's like a little red lamp, and it's nice. It does the job. It's kind of a cheap one I got on Amazon, and I've been reading more into the red light therapies, and apparently like some of them you have to be careful because it can destroy the fat in your face.
Yeah, some of them are so strong that it's like just do it like 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so what else I'm doing? I am going to like one of the best clinics in Toronto. I'm getting filler from Skinatomy Laser Clinic. They
Okay.
do such an amazing job. I have been all around the world and I've done my lips and whatever at so many different clinics, and they use the product that I love is they're using Stylage, and I have never used it before, and I'm feeling it's taking to me very well. They are so like different in their approach. Like
Uh-huh.
they want to be really conservative. They don't want to change who you are, but they want to enhance your
Enhance.
naturality.
Yes, I love
Yeah,
that.
they filled me in right here. It's called the Paraflorum Fossa,
Ooh,
and it helps with your smile lines. It doesn't make you super puffy. It's gonna just help.
love
It's
that.
such an amazing thing. So yeah, I'm kind of doing the filler, the lip filler.
Okay.
An amazing skincare routine now. I'm using Exosomes by Radiant XO, and I actually like have the link in my bio as well. You guys can grab that there from me, but it's so good. Like I stopped using vitamin C, retinol, all of those crazy things. I
I'm still
know.
a vitamin C girly.
Let me tell you. Okay, I have to say something about the vitamin C. The vitamin C makes me break out worse than
It
retinol.
does.
Yes.
See, I was doing retinol, and then I wasn't feeling it, and then I'm on my, I've been doing my vitamin C. I mean, my skin is pretty good, honestly, the best it's been. But I mean, I'm a vitamin C girl. I don't know.
And I know, but when I came across this serum, like they say that it'll like you can eliminate everything else from your routine, and it is a substitute for
What?
all of those things. Like I don't even have to use a hyaluronic acid, which I feel like was inflaming me because it was just like a water-based, like water-based skincare is actually like kind of making you have those little tiny blemishes, and this exosome serum is fire. Like
Oh,
my goodness,
wow.
my makeup goes on so much nicer. I have a brighter glow to me.
Yes.
And with the retinol and the vitamin C's, I was just like seeing so much irritation. And retinol is irritation. Fun fact: it is your skin getting irritated, and that's why your like cells are turning
Yes.
over.
Uh-huh.
Cell turnover, which
Yeah.
can be nice, but it's really causing inflammation. That's
Yeah.
what I've been
Well,
hearing
I
about
love
so
that.
much.
Your red light therapy, your new skincare, your,
Yeah.
filling in the little places with filler. Anything else? I'm sure you're still not drinking alcohol. Doing your steps. You're
Yeah.
doing your water intake.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. You've covered all my bases. That is literally the
Yes.
secret to glowing up in 2025.
And how do you balance self-esteem or self-improvement with self-acceptance?
Oh my god, that's a good question. I don't know why it's making me emotional. Like I'm gonna cry.
It's okay.
Self-esteem with
Self-improvement with self-acceptance. So like, like always, not always, but like improving certain things, but then also balancing, well, I'm accepting myself like for who I am, but also improving things. Like
yeah.
are you having a good balance with that? And any tips if you are to the girlies out there that, still be happy with who you are, even if you want to update or enhance a couple things.
Yeah, there's totally a reason why that question made me emotional, and it's because I grew up, I went to school, I got a job, I was working in financial technology, I was a go-getter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had a really terrible boss.
Mm-hmm.
She made me have zero confidence.
Mm.
A manager will make or break you,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I ended up quitting my job. Like, the manager, whatever, I had worked in that job for another 8 months, and quit my job. And I was really like consumed by the idea of like soft girl energy. That was like
Mm-hmm.
really viral 2 years ago, and I thought that being in my soft girl energy was the answer, and it wasn't. It totally made me disassociate from myself, and I lost myself. And so now, what I'm doing for recuperating my self esteem and like for my own self,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, getting back to basics, like getting back to my roots, hanging out with my family more, doing things that really matter to me and finding myself again. Like, for example, starting a new business like Hot Girl Enhancements. Doing something where I'm engaging with people is so crucial. And
Yes.
so getting out there, getting in conversation with, people who are like-minded with you, and, not being a hermit at home is
Yes.
so hard to, it's so funny because the pandemic, it changed so many people's lives, but, yeah, just getting out there, not being shy, doing something for yourself, ditching
That is
alcohol is a
key.
major part too.
And how long have you been out? I don't want to use the term sober, but alcohol free?
Yeah, it's such an interesting topic because like now that people are really like mitigating alcohol, we used to always think like, oh, like that must be a recovering alcoholic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not the case with so many people today. Like, how long have I been alcohol free for? I discovered in my late 20s that that alcohol was really bad for me. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't really know. Like, this just came out recently. Health Canada was saying how it's a carcinogen and this and that, and you know, it's becoming more precedent.
Yeah.
But so I've been trying to eliminate alcohol or minimize it for 3 years,
Okay.
and I have had like a couple drinks over the past year, but it's been about 8 months alcohol free completely. But I mean, I can have a glass of champagne once a
Champagne,
year. You
yeah,
know
for
what
a
I mean?
special occasion or New Year's
Yeah.
or
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But then that's the kind of glass that tells me the next day I'm like, oh my God, I see why I don't drink anymore. And
Yes.
it kind of makes you like want to not have that
Reconsider
glass
your whole
for a
life.
long
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. And, one last thing to touch on, mental health and all that. Did you ever go to therapy in your whole journey or have any experience with that? Or did you kind of just, research yourself and do your whole journey by yourself?
Yeah, I've done therapy when I was in university, just for like, my parents had separated and it was a little bit of a hard time for me, but it was never really around like my cosmetic procedures or anything. Like,
Gotcha.
so no, not really. No, I just think I did
Okay.
my own research myself. Oh,
Well,
not therapy, but I did a lot of like mindful meditation and
okay.
mindfulness, yoga. Oh my God, I have to say something. I had the best shaman in
Uh-huh.
Toronto. I went to this gym and his name is Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, I can't remember his last name, but he was this Greek guy, and
Mm-hmm.
he's the best yoga instructor I have ever had in my entire life. And throughout the whole practice of hot yoga, he would talk you through the whole class,
Mm-hmm.
and it just helped me become so much more aware of myself and my mindfulness. And I think that was like a really big spiritual journey and part of becoming, more mindful and
Yeah.
self-confident.
Well, you are very mindful. You are very self-aware. That's why I was like, did you do all this on your own? Because that is fascinating that you did that. So I was just curious.
Yeah, it wasn't my own. I give it up to Alex. Honestly, you guys have to Google him. He was such a special leader. Yeah.
Oh, good. And, I'm dabbling in hot yoga myself. I'm probably on my eighth class, but I am doing the sculpt and flow. So it's a little bit more of a fast-paced class than yoga. I need everything done quickly. I like to check it off my list. I like to
Oh my
hurry
God,
up.
true millennial.
True
Get it
millennial
done.
and a true
Yeah.
nurse in the nursing
Yeah.
field, whatever you work in the hospital, a nursing home, plastic surgery, wherever you're at, you gotta go, 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 go. Nursing school is like that. My current jobs are like that. So my whole life is just, especially in surgery, like we are on to the next thing before you're done with the
For
previous
sure.
thing.
For sure.
So I tried to do a basic yoga class and I was felt so bad. I was yawning. I was just like, when, like, can we hurry up? Like, I'm just very impatient. But I was like, I need to learn how to like be patient, be one. And I was like, okay, let me try this sculpt and flow class. And it starts off with yoga practice in the beginning. Then you go into sculpt and flow, more upbeat, and then you end in your yoga practice. So
Very nice.
that's a better flow
You
for
gotta
me. But
slow down, like
I
it just
know,
teaches you how fast you're going,
I
and then
know.
it's like a delicious moment in your day where you can be selfish and slow right down. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
it is. But it's really been tricky for me to slow
You gotta
down.
practice
So
it. You gotta
I
practice
know,
it
I
for
know. I'm
sure.
trying. I'm always on a time crunch.
Aw.
Now, where do you see yourself in the next few years, personally and professionally, with your new brand?
Oh my goodness, I haven't even thought about that. I just started my brand,
I
so that's a great
know.
question.
What are you looking to do for the girls? Like, like it's exciting. Any like plans, even in the next year?
Yeah, I mean, just growing my community and showing girls what is possible, and just like creating a good high energy community, and growing my Instagram is definitely something I want to do. And of course, my whole brand is about being authentic. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
told you guys all of my secrets, and which so many people don't,
They
and they're
don't.
giving beauty advice and they're lying to you about what they actually had done. And so my whole idea is to be a content creator and work with brands that I really authentically want to work with, and telling everyone in my audience the truth about these brands, and that's my goal, really.
I
That's my
love that.
dream.
And touching on everyone is, trying to be authentic. I have another podcast interview coming up next weekend, and I'm interviewing a girl who got lipo BBL, and she has made that very aware, and she has produced her own brand around how to maintain your lipo BBL post surgery, which is going to the gym. Because we all always tell people, no matter what surgery you get, you still need to maintain it, right? And that is by going to the gym. You don't just get a BBL and your butt's there for the rest of your life. No, 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 no.
No,
So
no.
she made this brand, which is the greatest idea for all the girls who got surgery, how to maintain your results. And poor thing, I was looking at her page and there was so much hate,
I think
so
I've seen
much.
her. I think I've seen this girl.
And I'm like, she has been so transparent. She's not fooling
Yeah.
you that she got natural. She is literally here to help train girls how to maintain their body post surgery. And they're still,
Yeah.
she's fake. Look at it. Why? Like just so uneducated, so nasty.
Drives
It
me
makes me,
crazy because she's like literally like opening up to you guys about she did this, and they're still like trying to find something negative to say. And it
yes,
just grinds my gears so much because she's coming out there putting her
yes,
brand on the line to help everyone else
Yes.
that is getting this, and it's not for everybody. So if it's not for you, keep scrolling, girl.
Keep
Like,
it moving. But there's so many comments like, why is she even doing fitness content? She has a BBL. I'm like, did you not look at the Instagram? Do you not get the concept? Like,
you do not get the concept. That audio would be so good.
literally.
Yeah, like they don't understand. Like so many people, they're just naive to cosmetic surgery.
And it's like,
Know
why?
it's a
And
one and done thing.
the men, and that's the annoying thing. I'm like, I wish, sometimes I wish like we can have the girlies that are not on OF or not make money from men can have their own platform without men, just for like makeup tips, surgery tips, food, diet, exercise, without these idiot men commenting on them. She has a BBL. She's fake. No shit, Sherlock, but that's not the point.
Exactly. I actually just had a guy comment on my weight loss, and he's like, "Congratulations, you lost 20 pounds. That's not a big deal." And I said to him, I said, "Buddy, you're a woman. Losing the last 20 pounds is the hardest thing to do in your weight loss journey, but you would know nothing about
Nothing.
that. You're not a woman."
Yeah.
Like, it's too
Yeah,
much.
so frustrating. I can't. And yeah, so I'm really excited for that interview too.
Well, I think I know. I think I've seen her page before, and good for her. That's amazing content. So that's really exciting.
Yeah. Now, last thing before we wrap it up, if you can give one piece of advice to your younger self before your glow up journey, what would it be?
To my younger self, well, you know what? It would be stop partying and do something else with your life because it's gonna get you nowhere.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Love that. I love that. Well, Emily, you are the sweetest soul. I had such a pleasure talking to you and hearing about your brand, Hot Girl Enhancements, and your glow up journey from weight loss to procedures to maintenance and what you're doing for all the girls out there. And it is incredible. And you better keep on doing it.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's such a pleasure chatting with a like-minded girl like yourself.
Yes, girlfriend. And if you ever come to Cali, you better hit us up.
Oh my God, I absolutely will hit you guys up and come for a little visit.
Yes, yes, yes. And if you guys are listening, head on to our Instagram. I'll add all of her stuff. So if you guys want any links to her skincare or her subscriptions or anything, you can definitely go to her page, check her out, and talk with her and ask her all the questions that you guys have. But other than that,
yeah, come on over. Don't be shy.
Yes, it was a pleasure, and we appreciate you. And thank you once again for coming on the All Things Plastics podcast.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, you guys, you know where to find us at All Things Plastics on all social media platforms, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.